Simplified Chaos Retreat.
Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome if you are new to the podcast or if you're a regular hangouter. I don't know if that's a word. This is Jillian, and I'm with my co-host and husband, Nicholas.
What's going on, folks?
And this episode is really special because it's going to be really short.
Super short.
And I like that we called it Retreat.
Why?
Because it's exactly what we did this weekend.
Yes.
Most of our episodes have been maybe about an hour long, I like to say, because
About 50 minutes is what we're averaging.
it's been a meaty discussion. And what is that noise?
The shower.
This episode is brought to you by our pipes.
You guys might not even hear it, but we hear it.
Oh man. Now I totally got sidetracked. What was I saying?
Why we're doing a really short episode.
Yes. So, we usually podcast on Saturday. Usually it's been Saturday nights when Lucille falls asleep. And we were talking about the topic that we wanted to cover. And I pretty much told Nick that I was not prepared. I felt like this week was a little bit more chaotic than usual. And I didn't do as much note-taking and research before, and I did not feel like I was on my A game, and I do not want to deliver something that I'm not as confident in.
Right.
And I asked Nick if it was okay if we could just take a break. And first he was like, no, we can't take a break. Like, we have to be consistent. And then I was just kind of like, well, I mean, I feel like in order to do our best, sometimes we have to take a break, and that's from anything, you know?
She convinced me. It was pretty easy.
It was.
And then today was like, and today is Sunday. This will come out on Tuesday, like always. I was like, what if we just did like a 5-minute podcast where we just talk about why we decided to take a quote unquote retreat
And
and
I
still
really
do
like
our gratitude segment. I think you still have a quote of the day. And then I
Yeah.
have something I'm going to ask you at some point because I think
Okay.
it'll be interesting. But let's get some gratitude going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for, Nicholas?
I'm grateful for the long walk that we had with our family today. It was a beautiful day, about 65 degrees. You know, it's starting to become spring around here. And we were like, let's go take a walk with the dogs. Let's take a walk with Lucille. And we went and probably did 5 miles, I want to say.
I guess so. It
Round trip.
felt like a very easy 5 miles.
It
But I
was.
guess because, there was a lot to see and we were having fun. And
A lot to sniff for the dogs.
yes, that's
Yes.
true.
So it was just nice having, me, you, your sister, her boyfriend, Lucille, and the 3 dogs. It was just a really nice long walk, and Lucille got to swing on the swing, and she was just having a ball today. And another reason why this is a short episode is she's got a tooth coming in, her first
Yeah.
tooth coming in. So
It's really exciting.
she's been a little crank. But she's been a trooper about it as well, so she's not sleeping as much during the day, and so it's really tough getting stuff done when she's when she's supposed to be napping.
But
and right
you
now
were a
she's not.
freaking rock star today. You strapped her on an Ergo baby and
Yeah.
you were vacuuming, which was pretty hot to watch.
Yeah,
So go you.
gotta get stuff done.
Yeah, I could go grocery shopping, and you're
Yeah.
like, how do I put this Ergo baby on again? And
Yeah.
I helped you get it on, and you just did your normal vacuuming thing, and it was pretty awesome of you to do that.
But I am grateful for the time we had today walking. So that's me. What's up, Jill?
Well, so mine is very similar. I'm just grateful for the walkability of where we live and our neighborhood.
Ooh.
And I think sometimes I take that for granted that, there are some people who live in places where they may not have safe sidewalks or parks that are nearby that they can just walk to. And I feel extremely grateful that we have a lot of safe sidewalks for me to stroll with Lucille every day. And we have a couple parks to choose from if we want to go somewhere and just, walk there, or just have swings and put her in, because now she can fit into the little bucket swings, which is really cute just to watch her.
Yeah. And it's funny, all those parks are connected by the trail we were walking on today, too.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely, I don't take it for granted anymore. And I thank all of those sidewalks now. I think before, when, sometimes when you see like new developments popping up around where you live, or especially me, it's like, oh my God, they're taking away the trees, they're taking away this, just sometimes I feel like it kind of sucks. But then the great thing about all the new developments is that they put really nice sidewalks and walking paths and nature paths, and they still leave some of that nature there and trees, and then they just kind of add more just really safe paths for you to just enjoy it. And if we didn't have all those new developments around us, we would have never had all those wonderful sidewalks and places to walk. And I'm pretty sure these sidewalks around us is what has been keeping me sane during postpartum, because I need to be outside. I need to be in the fresh air. And there's something about just walking, and this sounds cliche, but listening to the birds is like one of my new favorite hobbies now. Walking Lucille and just listening to all the different types of birds out there. I feel like I'm really adulting now.
Red jays?
Stop it. I called a cardinal a red jay one time, and Nick has never let it
This has been about 4 years in the making. I keep saying it. You knew it was going to find its way to the podcast sooner or later.
I wonder if there really exists a red jay.
There might be.
Maybe. Joke's on you then.
It might be. There goes the soap.
Yeah, there goes the soap. My sister's showering, and we can hear like everything going on in the bathroom next to us.
So yeah, that's our gratitude. So is there anything you wanted to talk to our folks about? Like I said, we're going to make this a short one.
Yeah, I really like the idea of telling our listeners why we decided to not do a full podcast. And I liked using the word retreat because it's a period of rest and relaxation from normal activities. And I know usually when we hear the word retreat, we think of somewhere far away, somewhere where you can just disconnect and just relax. And usually you think of some kind of, you're in the mountains in a cabin, or you're in an exotic place on the beach, and they call it a retreat. And I like the idea of us calling us just being at home a retreat, but just kind of disconnecting from some of the usual activities that we do, just to kind of refill our cup and just, appreciate what we have, and just to kind of remind ourselves that, sometimes it's okay to stop the normal routine of things and just to rest and kind of reflect on what's going on in life, because it goes by fast, especially having a kid now. Like, I feel like, man, she's just growing like a weed, and it's nice to just stop sometimes the normal routine and the hustle of things on the weekend, just to be and play with her and enjoy it.
Well, and, I'm actually going to really relish in this as well, because, we record the podcast, that's 50 to 55 minutes, but then there's the pre-planning that we have into it, and we probably do about an hour of pre-planning during the week. Mm-hmm. Then after the podcast is over, we listen to it again, we do some minor editing, but then we also pick out clips so that we can then create small videos to go on social media.
It adds up.
And then those are about another 3 hours to create those 3 to 4 videos that we do. And then it's the social media posts and the promoting. So, it was, we're 13 episodes in, we're getting ready to do our 14th episode, but, this was a good time for us to kind of step back, relax, spend a little extra time with Lucille, even though most of the stuff happens after she goes to bed. And so we really try to focus on those different activities here. So, recharging the batteries sounded like a good idea at this point. And, we're looking forward to bringing you some great content in the near future, and especially next week, where we're going to talk a little bit about mindset.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be a great
mindset
episode.
Shifts. It's huge.
But, since this is a very short episode this week, I'm going to ask Jill a question.
Oh.
If there was a episode that you would recommend our listeners that they go back and listen to if they haven't listened to it already, which episode would you recommend?
Oh, damn.
I'm putting you on the spot, and I know you don't have a list of the episodes, but if you can think of one off the top of your head, which episode did you think was the best one, or one that you think our listeners should listen to, besides all of them? But if you had to give them one.
I really enjoyed meal planning, just because I think that's something that everyone can resonate with, because everybody eats and everybody wants to feel good and feel energized and know how to simplify that in your life, because it can seem overwhelming. And since that's my side hustle, since I am a nutrition and wellness coach, I'm all about trying to spread that health love and just help people just understand that eating healthy doesn't have to be boring and really difficult, and, not to compare yourselves to other people. So if you have not listened to meal planning, please check it out. And if you have not visited my blog, The Clean and Simple Life, I have a lot of great recipes there that are not overcomplicated. and some just great tips just to help you just keep your family healthy and just have fun with it and not stress about it. And I think that with all of the mixed wording out there and information about this is healthy, this isn't healthy, and the fake advertising and the fake brand, like just the brands that try and trick you and what's healthy, I just want to cut through all the bullshit and just help people realize, like, just stop believing what companies are telling you.
I agree.
I'm going to get really upset and angry about this topic, so I need to stop now.
So that was episode 6.
Thank you.
Then for me, if I could tell you guys to go listen to an episode, it is springtime. It is time for some spring cleaning. So go check out episode 5 on decluttering.
Oh.
Yeah. Get that declutter on. I walked out in my garage today and I was ready to throw everything out. I'm ready to start decluttering. That's our final mission in this household is the garage.
Dun,
and I am
dun,
ready to
dun.
take it on and just clean that bitch up.
Yeah, he was like, what are we going to do with
Memorial
these
Day
weeds?
deadline. If things are not sold, given to Goodwill, or thrown out, or just going to the dump.
I like that you're giving me an ultimatum, because
I'm done.
ultimatum is going to lead to
6
happiness
years.
and less mind clutter. Because a clean garage is going to make my mind feel a lot better too.
Yes, but we have decluttered our house, and the benefits from it are just amazing. It's so easy to clean right now. Our room is spotless. Like, there are no clothes on the floor or anything like that.
We're way happier. We're not
way
stressed.
happier,
Take
so-
care of maintenance everything.
Go check those episodes out, number 5 and number 6, and we will bring you some great content again, like I said, next week. But before we say goodbye, Jill, give us that quote of the day.
Alrighty, guys. So the quote of the day today is by Albert Camus, and it is, "In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion." And I thought that was
That is very fitting.
right? I thought that
Yes.
was just something to sum up why we're doing this. And if you could take action from this quickie episode, if you need to retreat from anything in your life, you don't have to go far away. You can be right in your home. Just the time for you to refresh and revitalize. And it gives you the opportunity to just have more time spent on what's meaningful and just feels good for you. And I think that a retreat also can deepen relationships as well. Like today, not only did we get some relaxation and just some break from the normal routine, it just added some extra excitement and downtime to just deepen our relationship with Lucille and each other, and
It was good.
just to be.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that we were, able to, take not 5 minutes, but 12 to 13 minutes here.
Oh, wow.
To speak to our lovely listeners and give them a little something to think about until we come up with our next episode. But yeah, no, we're gonna come back and rock it, and things are gonna be great. So we appreciate everybody. We appreciate your time and your
Yes, we do.
listenership and the feedback that we've given from you.
You guys are fantastic.
Yes. So thanks for listening, and we will talk to you guys next week.
See you later, guys.